Binge.
Hey everyone, welcome back for a brand new video about that new dark alternate history world that's shockingly and mysteriously amazing, Watchmen. Warning, beyond this point there are spoilers for people who are not up to date on the Watchmen movie and TV series as well as the comic books. In this video we're going to give you our binge breakdown of the trailer for the 5th episode of the series and speculate on what questions might be answered before even bigger ones inevitably come up. Our biggest question from last episode, who the hell is LUBE guy? Finally, we'd like to go over the new PETEYPEDIA entry found for this episode, and if you never heard of PETEYPEDIA, then we're going to show you that too. First, let's look at this trailer that comes on the heels of episode 4, which revealed another major player in the game, but did not give us much in the way of answers. The synopsis for the episode reads, "The original story of the Looking Glass is at last revealed, as is the truth behind the greatest hoax in American history. Far away, the smartest man in the world plots a daring escape." We'll see most of that in the promo. The trailer starts with what looks to be a flashback, possibly of Glass as a teenager, but who is this? After that, the trailer cuts to Lori, trying to get Glass's attention. It appears this episode will focus on the interrogation specialist and his past. Hopefully we find out he's still one of the good guys. Here, the law enforcement officer is leaving a storage unit. Given the fact that they all hide their identities, this doesn't really seem that shady. The next shot cuts to Glass, back in the office where he is calling out the comedian for her joke at his expense. After a title card, we see the federal agent addressing the entire room of all the Tulsa police. It appears she's in charge for now, but does she have the respect of the cops? Agent Blake points out something obvious that we all should have caught by now.
We can't see who they are, but we can see where they are. You find this church, maybe we find the cavalry.
Glass and Knight give each other a look, which probably means, why didn't we think of that? The fact that the video was shot in a church really does help narrow down where the location could be, and we think that this obviously might eventually pan out. The trailer then cuts to a totally different moment where it appears Glass is at a support group leading the circle. The next shot tells us what they need support for, and it's a bit strange. This is also an important plot distinction. In the Watchmen film, the ending strayed from the source material as Dr. Manhattan was framed for killing millions in multiple major cities across the globe. In the comic books, Veidt dropped a genetically manufactured giant squid into New York, convincing everyone it was from another dimension, and it killed millions, uniting all of humanity together. That means that this series is actually a sequel of the original comic book and not the film, which means Dr. Manhattan did not exile himself in this reality and will eventually be back, but for now we know that he's on Mars. This giant squid business really did traumatize planet Earth as a whole, and the event still apparently causes some people anxiety, which is pretty understandable, especially because mini squids still rain on the public at random. This event, however, slightly backfired on Veidt because it affected the society so much that most of the advanced technology was outlawed for years. That is why they still have pagers and are just getting emails, or L-mails as this society calls them. Some people correctly believe that the squid event is a hoax.
I don't know, I'm not a scientist. It is eventually.
No. It's a false flag. Man, look, it's Redford raining down these baby alien squid on us. So we stay distracted while he and his Lipstapo take away our rights.
The synopsis does say we will get the truth about this squid attack, but will the general public? Hopefully all of this doesn't just lead us back into yet another mystery. The following shot shows some people in a waiting room while two cells appear to be replicating. Does that mean these people or dogs are clones? Too many mysteries to tell, people. After that, the trailer cuts back to Glass at his home, and it's hard to read this guy, but he apparently lives a very weird life.
You wear a mirror on your face, people are going to use it.
The trailer then cuts to a parking lot where a truck is leaving. Something falls out of the back, and if we slow it down and zoom in, we realize that it's a head of lettuce. Just like the head of lettuce in the back of the truck at the shooting in the first episode. Glass pointed out that lettuce in his report and would undoubtedly remember about it.
I believe it was romaine.
Although it does seem coincidental, maybe this is the lead that helps them solve the 7th Cavalry mystery. The following shot shows the truck driving away, but it's pretty much impossible to make out who's in the cab. Next up, the trailer cuts to 2 watches right before we see the aged, diabolical peacemaker Adrian Veidt is getting ready to use the suit he has been working on throughout the series. In this shot, we see that he's rebuilt his clone army after his last fit, and they're all trying to help him achieve some kind of master plan. Is he trying to escape? Is this prison really in his own genius mind? Who is the game warden? Veidt is covered in the last line of the episode synopsis, and we wonder if there will be major events that we don't know about yet. After that moment, the trailer cuts back to Glass, and something has spooked him as he's hunkering down in his bomb or extra-dimensional rift shelter. Right here, it appears he's ripping a phone or some sort of device off the wall, and it's hard to determine whether he's doing this in the current storyline or if this is some sort of flashback. We know Veidt's timeline does not run concurrently with the series, so maybe we're getting more of that here. The following shot shows some 7K members in Rorschach masks getting out of a truck, and Glass is calmly watching them. Did he follow this truck all the way from that head of lettuce dropping, or has he been surveilling them for weeks? Is this a trap? The trailer then cuts back to the police building, and Glass says something that shocks Sister Knight. What do you think? Is he starting to lose it?
Then why am I crying under here?
After that, we see a shot of some guy stomping something, while Glass appears to be watching him. Is he getting close to unraveling the mystery, or just tugging at a deeper thread? The next shot shows Glass without his mask, looking on with some kind of shock and awe right before we see the last shot. Is this some sort of dimensional rift, a hallucination, or something more? What do you think? What is the biggest mystery that we need answered so far? For this video, we wanted to focus on LUBE Man. Who could this guy be? Is he part of the True Crew? Or could it be Agent Petey, who's a lot more interesting than he seems at first? We believe it just might be Agent Petey, and he could have a hidden agenda. Is it possible he's a supervillain in disguise or just a super fan stan?
That show is garbage.
Finally, we want to look at the newest entries into the PETeypedia. After each episode, the PETeypedia reveals clues that help explain backstory and illuminate at least slightly what is going on in the Watchmen universe. You can find this info yourself by going to hbo.com/PETeypedia. You should make sure and check back weekly because they're always posting new content. The first thing we want to look at here is the diagram for something called Excalibur, and although it appears to be just a vibrator, we believe it's possible to have some sort of other capability. According to the file found in this week's PETeypedia installment, the Owl actually made this Excalibur tool for Agent Blake, aka the Silk Spectre, as kind of a breakup revenge gift. The file attached is a 5-page transcript of an interrogation of Agent Blake, who apparently helped the Night Owl stop the Trade Center bombing by Timothy McVeigh. She reveals that the Owl's tech company actually supplies the police, which is why the cops drive Owlmobiles, just like we saw in the first episode on the attack at the ranch. That revelation does lead the police to figure out that the duo were also the ones that freed Rorschach from prison during the film. Given what we know from the series, it appears the Night Owl is still in jail for saving everyone from a terrorist attack and some of his other illegal activities. What do you think? Are the masks casualties of a political war? Should Night Owl be in jail? What about the comedian? Is she selling out her own people or biding her time? Thanks so much for watching our videos, everyone. As always, we're on the lookout for bonus material and new promo videos to help prove or disprove all the rumors and theories about our favorite new alternate history show. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Binge Rampage. Click that notifications bell for our channel so you can see our next video as soon as it comes out, and don't forget to subscribe.
My feet are just fine.